Greetings to my unbelievable VCon UAE family all over the world. This is your chief, very excited, very passionate, and I know you're surprised that I'm dressed up a bit formal today, all right, and wearing one of my favorite watches, which is a Casio calculator watch. All of you remember I did a Wednesday message many months ago or 2 years ago where I said this is one of my childhood dreams. So financial freedom, right, doesn't only mean Rolexes and Patek Philippe. It also means making one of your childhood dreams become a reality, that is to own a Casio calculator watch. And all of you from my generation, you know what I'm talking about. And the younger generation, you might think I'm cuckoo, but I don't care. This is still one of my childhood dreams to own it, okay? And I'm wearing it proudly today. And the reason why I'm dressed up a bit formal is because today I had the privilege and honor to sit by the side of our founder and visionary, Dato Sri Vijay, while he was interviewed in Malaysia by one of the most respected publications called Business Today. And it was such a proud moment sitting there, listening to Dato answer the questions of the journalists about his journey of 20 years, how his vision became a reality, how he started this journey 20 years ago, and today, and to hear him talk about rhythm, raise yourself to help mankind, to hear him talk about his inner dreams, that he wanted to build something that is built to last, that would not only help people make money, but to change the way the world looks at network marketing, the way the world changes its look towards entrepreneurship. And then I invited Dato Sri to come and bless my office, which I just moved in a few months ago. And he sat in this chair, which I'm sitting down right now. It was amazing to have him here in this office. And listening to him speak to the journalists, all right, spending the whole day with Dato Sri Vijay today, it reminds me that in a few days, we will all be gathering in Dubai, all right, at the biggest, most life-changing event called VCon UAE. And I'm sure you heard me promote VCon for the past 20 years. But let me tell you something, guys. I just finished spending a few hours with number one, V partner Dave, all the amazing warriors of the V corporate family, putting our final touches to this 20th anniversary VCon. That this is not a regular VCon, that this is not one of those VCons. This VCon on day one is 8th September 2018. Exactly 20 years ago, Dato Sri Vijay and Japa founded this company, right? So we are celebrating our 20th birthday, day one of VCon UAE. And this VCon is not going to be the same like others. This is a VCon that if you are part of it, nobody can ever claim to be part of this VCon unless you are there. So wherever you are from, whether you are from the Middle East, Africa, Central Asia, Turkey, Russia, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Malaysia, Indonesia, whichever part, UAE, you know, Saudi, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, okay, whether you're from Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, okay, Senegal, Togo, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, wherever you are from, guys, if you haven't made the decision sitting in Russia, Turkey, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, if you haven't Armenia, if you haven't made that decision, Germany, all right, Spain, Europe, whichever part of the world you are in, all right, guys, if you haven't made that decision to come to this VCon, please go to the hospital and go to the psychiatric ward and start treatment. Because if you haven't bought your ticket, your plane ticket, your VCon ticket, your hotel is booked, your bags are packed, there's something wrong with you. Because you need to be there at this VCon. I am excited, and I've been doing VCons for 20 years. Dato Sri is excited. All of us are excited because this is our 20th anniversary VCon. It's not where the magic happens. It's where the magic started 20 years ago. And thinking about this VCon, thinking about the 20 years of building this organization by the side of the great founders, Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, it reminds me of one word which I used to use a lot in 1998, 1999, starting this journey, called the paradigm shift. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this word, whereby, you know, when you join this business, you have to have a paradigm shift, a paradigm shift, a paradigm shift, a paradigm shift. All your uplines are saying it. And a lot of people don't understand this, but a paradigm shift, I would say, is a big decision. A decision that alters your direction in life. A decision that changes the way you look at things. Like how, when you come into QNet, your biggest paradigm shift is not go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home anymore. All right? You become an entrepreneur. You want to max out You want to be a max out king or queen, financial freedom, all right? And that's big paradigm shifts, that you are an entrepreneur. Then you have paradigm shift where you are a leader and you're responsible for your downlines and you become in service to them, that you want them to max out and achieve greatness. And it's just a powerful word, paradigm shift. And throughout your journey, whether you've been with us for 5 years, 10 years, or one day, paradigm shifts happen in your mind every single time. Some of the paradigm shifts are small. Some of the paradigm shifts are big. And you cross that line, and you cross that line, and you cross that line. And one day, inshallah, you become a max out king, a max out queen. By the way, to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, Eid Mubarak, wherever you are in the world. I love you guys, all right, so much, okay? Eid Mubarak from the bottom of my heart for you, your family. And these paradigm shifts happen every single day, wherever you are, even while you are celebrating Mubarak, right? Eid right now, Eid Mubarak. And this paradigm shift changes the way you look at the world, right? Changes the way you live. You make sacrifices, all right? And you grow as a person. That every paradigm shift you take, you grow. And eventually, all right, you become a V partner. You become a max out king or queen. And this happens to a lot of people. So today, when I look at all the V partners, when I look at all my downlines around the world, all the leaders, okay, I realize that they are a result of constant paradigm shifts moving forward. And one of the locations where you have the biggest, the most frequent paradigm shifts, which I call the click, is at VCon. Like this coming VCon UAE or the last VCon Malaysia. But a lot of people don't understand this, and I'm warning you right now, all right? And treat this like a serious warning from Chief, especially to the new people watching this video. I love you guys, all right? To the new people watching this video, all right? Your paradigm shifts are going to happen very fast, all right? And as you are longer in the business, your cup becomes a bit full, and then the paradigm shift happens longer intervals, you know? That you have a paradigm shift maybe once every 12 months or 6 months or something like that. But the danger, which a lot of people don't talk about, that your uplines don't remind you, which thank God I have Dato Sri Vijay who reminds me every day, that you can also have a paradigm shift in reverse. That paradigm shift is not always a good thing, right? That pushes you forward or propels you forward. You have paradigm shifts that actually moves you backwards. That gives you an example that today you have a paradigm shift that I want to make money, and suddenly you have a paradigm shift that, oh, I don't want to make money anymore, all right? And you stop and you get paralyzed and you don't know what to do because your dream is not big enough, that the hunger is missing from you today. That something happened that led to a paradigm shift where you lost the hunger and lost the desire to make money. And then you slow down and you become lazy and switched off and you get distracted, and boom, boom, next thing you know, you are back to a zero check and you're looking for a job to go back home, go to work, come 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 back home. It happens to a lot of people because you did not realize that you are reversing your paradigm shift to back where you came from. All right? So sometimes you have to recognize the fact that the paradigm shifts that were required to get you where you are, there's equally negative paradigm shifts that can get you and take you back to where you came from, the beginning of your journey, which is not a good place. So you have to recognize the fact that where you are today required you to have many paradigm shifts, and be very careful because there's almost also paradigm shifts that can take you back to where you are. And a lot of people ask me, Chief, how is that possible? Guys, I've seen this happen to the best of my friends and downlines around the world. That max out kings don't stay max out kings. Max out queens don't stay max out queens. We partners struggle, all right, to reach there. But once they reach there, if they're not careful, they can fall back to where they came from. All right? And the greatest battle that we have to have every day, and why I tell you guys to be warriors, is sometimes not only to fight the outside world, is not to fight the negativity and the, you know, whatever crap that is coming from the outside world. It's also the greatest battle is to sustain your paradigm shift. The greatest battle is to prevent the fallout, to prevent the fall back to where you came from. And this requires a lot of strength. This requires you to have a mentor that holds your hand and never let go. This requires you to be plugged into a system that is far more powerful than you and your negativity. This requires you to come to events where the paradigm shift is not only happening again, but is to sustain the paradigm shift that has already happened, that you don't fall back. So sometimes, you know, in life, QNet talks about the importance of wellness and health. So when you build your body to a certain level of wellness, the greatest battle is to keep it there, not to become better, but to keep it there. I'm struggling every day, guys. It's easy to build a muscle. It's hard to keep the muscle. It's easy to lose weight. It's hard to keep the weight where you want it to be. Trust me. All right? A lot of you know what I'm talking about. And this is a battle we constantly have to fight. And the doctors in the medical world tell you, take supplements, take vitamin C, vitamin B12, vitamin D. But in networking, in your journey to financial freedom and sustain who you are, that mental strength, that realization, that paradigm shifts that has already happened, to protect the paradigm shifts that has already happened and keep you at that level so you don't fall back, you also need vitamins. And the number one vitamin you need is vitamin V. You understand? That this vitamin, remember this for the rest of your life. If every max out king who remains a max out king and a max out queen, the V partners, the AVPs, the VCs, if one reason why they are where they are today is because of the paradigm shifts they went through, and the reason why they are able to stay where they are today is because of vitamin V. Alright? The most powerful vitamin. The vitamin that keeps you focused, the vitamin that keeps you switched on, the vitamin that keeps you from falling back to that lazy, distracted, switch off moron. The vitamin V that keeps you switched on. Right? And our, super specialists to administer this vitamin V is these two great doctors, Dato Sri Vijay and Japadas Bisma. Alright, guys? And you need to understand that your greatest battle is not to reach the peak of success. Alright? That climbing the ladder and every level that you reach in your success is something I have trained you to do and pushed you. And every VCon, every ISB, every VLC, every NSS, or every event you attend, it gets you to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. Every paradigm shift, listening to Dato Sri Japa, the paradigm shifts that happen constantly push you forward. But you need to understand that there's no guarantees you stay there. There's no guarantees that success is permanent, that max out is permanent, that you have to recognize the fact that getting there may be easy. Staying there is your greatest battle. Staying on the top of the game is what the stamina is about. That is the power of your dream, the power of association, your connection to the V is fundamentally important. That if you stop taking vitamin V, kalas, you're gone. You vanished from this world of entrepreneurship and financial freedom. So remember this, that the paradigm shifts to get you there, you need to fight to stay there. You got to have the most unbelievable positive attitude. You got to be plugged into your upline, the V. You got to come to VCon. You got to watch the Wednesday message every Wednesday and plug into any chance you get, plug in to make sure that vitamin V reaches you. Then you stay where you are. You get to rise to the next level and not fall back. So if you ask me, 20 years, coming soon, 8th September, if you ask me what has been my greatest battle, is not to reach the heights of success. My greatest battle is to stay at the heights of success. As your chief, as your upline, as Dato Sri's most powerful downline. That was the greatest battle. So you need to recognize this. Guys, get there as fast as you can and do whatever it takes to stay there and never fall back down. And all you need, as I told you, is vitamin V.